here from Samuel. Dear King Klavan the Wise, for the past few months I have found it extremely difficult to pray. I've gone into my room in silence to be alone with myself and my thoughts on multiple occasions, but I always seems like it's for nothing. I think I've forgotten how to pray. I don't feel comforted or enlightened when I pray. In fact, I don't feel much of anything except the inescapable feeling that maybe I simply am not being heard. I feel like I'm simply praying to a silence. What is wrong with me? There's also one right after that from Richard where he says that he was raised Catholic but became a militant atheist. But he married his longtime high school sweetheart. They had a first child, a beautiful little girl. And he says, along with these monumental life events, reading The Great Good Thing, my memoir, C.S. Lewis, Jordan Peterson, listening to your show, and Ben's, I've slowly but surely come back to faith in God. Every day I feel more and more that someone is listening. There is my question, and here's where my question comes in. The more I feel the presence of God, the more ambivalent I am about speaking to him and praying. Any advice for someone who by no means wants to feign devotion or prayer, but still feels the draw and desire to pray? Help. Many, many thanks to you. So 2 people having trouble with prayer. My advice on prayer is always the same. Find a place alone, find time to be alone, and pray out loud. It's important to speak your prayers out loud. You can speak them under your breath, so if you're afraid somebody else is going to be listening in other than God. But when you speak your prayers out loud, it forces you to form real sentences and not just present feelings and amorphous ideas to God. It is like you are in a conversation. Somebody is listening. God is listening. And in that conversation, you will really find pathways open up to you. There are times when you feel separated from God. A lot of times that's because of focus, or you're focused on something inside you like grief or some other form of unhappiness or confusion, and it's hard for you to turn outward. Speaking out loud also helps with that. It brings you out of yourself and causes you to speak into the other person in the relationship, who is God. Try it. I mean, there are times when you feel a little more distant from God than others, but I have always found I have incredible confidence in this. I mean, anytime I'm having a problem, I know there will come a point in my day, usually early in the day, when I can go before God and speak, and things will work themselves out. Sometimes it takes more than one prayer, but things will work themselves out if I pray out loud and know what I'm saying and listen to the response. Today, in fact, by the way, they had a picture of Mark Wahlberg, the action star, on the Daily Wire, and it said, "True Masculinity." That was the headline on the Daily Wire, and it said he prays 30 minutes a day, every day. And I thought, I pray 30 minutes a day, every day. They've never, ever run a headline over my face saying true masculinity. What is going on, Daily Wire? Let's get to the bottom of this.